My name is Yao, and I work for the Point newspaper.
Point newspaper.
Yes.
Welcome, brother.
Well, the question that I have is, you have demanded unconditional dismissal of the charges. If the jury said refuse, will GALA organize legal defense for escalate to civil action? That is question number one.
So, can you repeat it again? Please stop there so that people.
Okay, you have demanded unconditional dismissal of charges.
Yes.
If the jury said refuse, will GALA organize legal defense or escalate to civil action? That's question number one.
Okay, so for point of correction, can we be referred to as a coalition? Please, can we please be referred to as a coalition? Yes, thank you.
So just back up.
Okay, just continue. After I'll break down. Go ahead.
Okay, with regard to you have also called for suspension of the PURA price too.
Yes.
If the comments of court, that is going to have currently, this should according to look at PURA price floor. If the committees of court this, will GALA accept it?
Okay, so thank you for those two questions. So I think we should just respond before we go before it comes to what we forget. So I believe I'll pass off the committee question to you since you did the statement on the committee. And the other question about the charges, that one I think, I will let Texani who is been in that, to answer that one. So Brother Yusuf, where's the other mics? Okay, and also please refer to us as a coalition. It's not about Team Bopa or Edward Francis or GALA. It's a collective thing. So please do not individualize it because we want it to be reflective of everybody. So the coalition would be a better way to say it until we find an official name. Thank you. So Kex, the question on the demands if they are not met.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's a wonderful question. First, we are not actually talking to the judiciary. We are asking for the executive because they want a dialogue between them and us. And we said we don't have any dialogue unless when our people are criminally charged, that will not entertain. So we are telling the executive not to judiciary to look at the charges. But we are saying the executive is two different institutions. So that's the first one. And for us, we believe that there are so many fundamental rights that have been violated during the whole process, and we are not taking those things lightly because the government's responsibility is to promote the general welfare of its citizens, and where that is lacking, there are institutions that we need to seek at the readdress, and we have engaged the Human Rights Commission to look at some of the fundamental rights that we have violated during the process. So we might end up taking a legal action if that is what the majority of us discuss. But for now, since they are calling for dialogue, we of course demand for them to withdraw all the charges. Then we can sit on the table if that's necessary. But as far as the criminal charges against us, we are not friends where we can sit on the table and discuss.
If that can happen, what next step? That's the question.
Yeah, if they didn't do it, that means there was no dialogue. If they are the ones who demanded, we will continue with the legal battle and see where it takes us. Because we believe that it is our fundamental right to go out in the street and demand for without even seeking for this thing, because we are just submitting a petition, and which Section 25 of the Constitution gives a fundamental guarantee. And there is no other law that supersedes the Constitution. So for us, we believe that we are on the right track, and we can go on. But we will take that challenge and see where it will end up.
Yeah, so Yusuf will answer the second question. Right, to add on to his statement, we have to make it very clear. Midday should better. And in the event, last option, if the government doesn't meet our demands, we will apply for a permit. Since that's always the case, we have to apply and call for a nationwide peaceful protest. Let it be clear. We know that the streets is our streets and the streets is our power. So we will never declare that it's our office. So we will never put aside the option of taking it to the streets. So next step, if they don't follow or answer any of our demands, we will apply for a permit, and the media will be notified when we apply for a permit, so that after we will call on the national protest from all Gambians, from Getter's salary all the way to the police officer who is being suffered in the situation, because they are also on our side, because they also suffer. So that's one thing I have to make clear. Where the people come supply. Thank you.
His question. I think should I swap over?
Yeah, sure.
So just remind me your question. It's about the price floor.
Yeah,
the committee.
Yes.
If they maintain it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Or are you going to respect the outcome of the committee itself?
Well, we have, in our statement, it's very clear. We feel that for now, the price floor should be suspended immediately. Because the way that the government has done this is not the right way. They should consult Gambians before doing any such move. They've also, in their statement, highlighted that there are other documents which they should issue, the regional benchmark. You've just heard Killer talking about how he just came from Senegal and the price is there. We believe that if the committee does their proper work, right, they will come to the logical conclusion, which is that Gambians are suffering. There is no justification that they have advanced to increase this price floor. It's the other way around. You suspend the price floor. You do your studies, you justify your increase, you explain to Gambians, engage the Gambians, and then you can have your price floor. Us, what we believe, if they do their work properly, the only logical conclusion is the removal of this price floor. And not only that, our document, we are saying that they should consider a price ceiling. This is what we are saying. So, for us, really, we cannot see a logical conclusion. GCCPC is in that committee, this government committee, right? GCCPC, who issued a statement, they are in that committee. What logical conclusion will it be for them to justify the price floor? No, that doesn't make sense to us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Your name, next question, your name and media, and your question, please.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Momo
Momo.
Yes, a freelance journalist.
Okay.
So my first question is with regards to the 44 incarcerated young people that are currently battling with the law. If you guys would vividly remember during the government press conference, it was one of the questions I asked the Minister of Justice. And he said the government is open to have a dialogue with the members of the coalition. Are you guys ready to make the first move to engage the government, to first drop all the charges before moving into having dialogue on other issues? That's the first question. The second question is with regards to PURA, which bring about all this brouhaha. Isn't it the lack of representation from the coalition to be part of the committee set up by the government not going to hinder the productiveness and the effectiveness of that very committee to look at the issues that are currently affecting the Gambian people? So these are the first questions.
So I'll hand that over to my comrade, Yusuf.
Answer the second question.
Yes, sorry.
If you want to answer any question, so shall I be? Yes, come this side for the camera. So we are united front, so our members will be answering the questions about the charts. And they're asking if we have made, if we are ready to make the first move.
Yes, so I think we've made this clear that the beginning of any negotiation with the government is to drop the charges against the 44 people. We've been talking to the executive and we made it very clear to them that you cannot incarcerate me and you want to negotiate with me. First, they have the law and they have what it takes. Drop the charges and we will sit on the table with them. Until the charges are removed or dropped, I cannot see somebody. I'm right now under police custody myself. Why would I sit with the police or the state that incarcerate me to have any negotiations? So the question is very simple. Charges dropped, the coalition will consider having negotiation with government. Because at the end of the day, negotiation itself is part of advocacy. So we're not going to dismiss negotiation, but we're not negotiating with anybody that put us behind bars, have charges on us, and have the charges stay. If that answers your question.
Very clear. Thank you so much, brother. I was very
No, he has two questions.
There's two questions. It's okay.
So we might second one again?
I remember it's about the committee, us not being part of it.
Okay.
Isn't it? That's your question, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shaibo, for that. Yes, us not being part of the committee, well, we haven't talked about that specifically amongst us. But one thing we do know for sure, we feel that these committees, our general, and this is in our statement, they create a lot of these committees. Many of these committees, you know, you go on there and then you have allowances. And then at the end of the day, those committees, you can see the commissions and committees. Over millions has been spent in the CRC, for example. What have we got? Until now, no constitution. So we are wary, guys, we are wary of being any part of any committee where, you know, there's a possibility that you are enjoying your allowances. No, we are not interested in that. Let the government do their work. The government, what we are saying, they have an independent commission, Gambia Consumer Competition Protection Commission. The name is very simple and it's very clear. You see this committee, they are just trying to do something which a commission is already established to do. Your commission, which is there to safeguard consumers, is telling you, PURA. Many Gambians are shocked by it because of, to be honest, GCCPC did the brave thing. They could have been coward and sat down behind and just engaging and not decided to issue a statement. They could have been doing that, but they issued a statement and they also bring GCCPC. We don't need to be in there. GCCPC alone, we believe they are representing us. And let the government stop wasting money. We don't want to be part of no allowance scheme or all those things, or these committees that don't do anything. We're not interested in that. Let them do what they are supposed to do. Suspend the price floor, do your studies, convince the Gambians, bring us along before you bring in any price increase. I think this is just how any normal government should operate. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Brother Yusuf Taylor. Whose hands are there?
Yes, I just need clarity.
Okay, so I saw his hand first. So, and then you, and then you. Alright. There you go. Okay, since you're not ready, you can let somebody else.
There's a mic there.
Yeah. So this guy had his hand up for a long time. Yes, one of the great teachers. Yes.
The mic there. So the mic flow from there.
Okay. Just
Okay. Yes. Your name and your media and your question, please.
My name is Alasan from the Alasan TV.
From what TV?
Alasan TV.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 3 questions, if possible. Now, 1. Some critics say petitions often get ignored in the Gambia. Why do you believe this petition will force actions where others have failed?
Okay.
Second question. Do you, if PURA continues to avoid action, are you prepared to escalate the matter to the National Assembly or the courts? Number 3. How can ordinary Gambians, including those in rural areas, support your movement and hold both PURA and government accountable?
Okay. Thank you. So, regarding the petition being ignored, I do believe, honestly speaking, we are past those days where our petitions are being ignored. As you can see, a couple of weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, the government called on one of the petition groups, which is GALA, to respond to the petition, which is a step in the right direction. So I do believe we are no longer in the days where our petitions, which meets the aspirations and the demands of the general Gambian population, should be ignored. If not, if it is ignored, then it is a clear violation of our right to petition as enshrined in the Constitution. Thank you. Second question, I think I can pass that to one of the colleagues. Are we ready to escalate if PURA doesn't act on the price floor, etc., etc.? So I'll pass this to somebody else to answer.
Yeah, thank you. We have institutions that are meant or designed, for them for oversight functions, like the National Assembly. So citizens have the right to petition any institution, before the National Assembly Committee. We call the Public Petition Committee the National Assembly. So when we look at all this, we even have the power to actually even file the case against public institutions when we feel like. So this is a starting point. Now we are just looking at petitioning and give them time frame whether they will actually respond. But in an event where that happens, we can use the avenue of the National Assembly to petition them before the National Assembly Committee to address the needs and aspiration of the Gambian people. And if that event fails, we can even tell them to call. So there are so many avenues that we can take, and we'll look into those avenues.
Yes, thank you. So the question of how do you intend to expand or to a nationwide mobilization, I would have the spokesperson of GALA was able to answer that, brother. There you go.
All right, thank you very much. So, one point to Ama's grassroots mobilization is to speak the grassroots language. If I say the grassroots, it's the people's language. And today, let's say for example, this press conference is enough for anybody who feels the pain that the data, the price flow will put on Gambians, will understand that there is a need to join this movement. What we will do as a coalition is to make the people understand that their sufferings are not organic, they are man-made, and it's only their voices collectively that can salvage this country from corruption, impunity, and exploitation. And that is enough for your people, for the old, for the women to understand that it's only Gambians that can effect the change that we keep on fighting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lerna. Thank you. Yes. Yes, you have the mic already, so your name and your media and your questions.
Okay, my name is Petition from Petition International.
Okay.
My question is, the coalition is emphasizing that you will not engage in any dialogue with the government unless they drop all the charges. What if the government do not also have any intention of dropping the charges unless they have a dialogue with you? What will be your message?
So, like we said earlier, you know, I will repeat and repeat. You know, negotiation is two people and two parties, and like one of the guys said, Kelly. So the main what Kelly, so the moment Kelly, Kelly. I hope that's very clear. You know, it's straight. All right, thank you so much. And that's all. All right, my brother, you go.
Yes, I actually have 3 questions.
The mic,
all of them have been answered except one, which I am in need of clarification. In your statement, I've seen about 44 people being charged.
Yes.
Yes, so I want to know, because the charge sheets that we received is only 23. So I want to know whether the other 22 people that were detained at the police stations were actually charged, because there is no public information about those people.
Thank you. Joseph Taylor has a database of that, and he can give you a chronological breakdown of that particular matter. So, Joseph, you can please answer that.
Thank you for that question. Let me come and sit over here so you can sit over here. Thank you so much. So if you look at our, thank you so much for that question. If you look at our statement, we try to give it to you, all of it. If you look at our statement, it's very, very useful. I would urge all of us to look at it. On the 3rd paragraph, on the dropping of charges statement, right? It reads, the protest began peacefully but turned chaotic when riot police interrupted and forcefully dispersed the gathering and illegally arrested 19 individuals. So they first arrested 19. Yeah? That's on the 22nd. Okay? Then the following day, August 23rd, 4 more individuals were arrested at Westfield. Yeah? So that is what brought it up to 23. Right? And you are with me, right?
Yes.
And then the Monday, right, was when an additional 21 youths were arrested. And these people, they were protesting because of what? Young people, they were being sent to Mile 2 for bailable offenses. So these are the numbers, how that comes to 44.
Yeah, so quickly, the 21 arrested on Monday were all charges on 2 counts. Unlawful assembly and nuisance, public nuisance. So all the 44 were charged through the court and through the police station. So they're all charged.
They are all charged.
Yes, we are all charged.
Just wait 1 second. It's only the 23 that are charged in court that have been brought to court. So hold on, let me just explain to you. He is right in the sense that only those 23, they are the ones, we are the ones that were brought to court. So the 21 that have not been brought to court, they are on police bail. But they have also been charged similarly to us, which is the same section 5. They are on police bail and they are reporting every now and then at police bail. So one set the 23 court, they have been charged in court by the prosecutors of the police.
Yes, I understand.
So then what's
when the police announced the release of these people,
yes,
it is not written there that these people have been charged.
Yes.
So this is like
those people have not been charged in court. They have been charged by police.
by police.
Yes.
Okay, but the police did not, publish that.
Then it's a question for police then now. Why are you not explaining what is going on? So that's the president. He will take care because you already asked the question.
No, there's too many journalists. Let everybody land, and then you can.
No, but just hold on. Is it okay for him to ask a follow-up question?
Do you have any other person that wants to ask?
No, you have a lot of people that want to ask. Okay. So let them ask, and then if there's time left, we give you a chance.
So that everybody can have equal share.
That's my phone. That's my phone.
So, my brother, once everybody's done asking questions, we'll give you the opportunity to do a follow-up question. You have the okay, your name and your media, please, ma'am.
Yeah, so my name is Esther from Gambians.
My mommy, welcome.
So my question is, considering the accusations of selective law enforcement and the passive double standard in handling process in the Gambia, how does the coalition plan to ensure the equal and fair application of the law to all citizens?
Fatu, I need you to take that one, please.
Oh, sorry, come to the mic.
Can you please repeat your question? Just summarize. So, my name is Esther from Gambians. So my question is, considering the accusation of selective law enforcement and passive double standards in handling protests in the Gambia, how does the coalition plan to ensure the equal and fair application of law to all citizens?
I think we have already said that during our deliberation that the law is here for everyone. So in as much as we are having selective justice, then the things that we are calling for will not exist. And as a coalition, we are here to make sure that everyone has fair and equal treatment when it comes to the law.
Okay, maybe.
So, like she said, the law is very clear in regards to the application of the law when it comes to citizens respecting for what position they will handle. So, in discriminating in application of the law is something that is fundamental and the very principle of equality and justice before the law. So, if it continues, we might eventually extend this decision, or we might end up putting the law in our own hands. Because if you can't allow Section B to run protest without a permit, and Section B go out and they say that they require the permit and arrest them, because that's discrimination in the application of the law. So, and the law is, the very constitution is against discrimination of the citizens, irrespective of our agenda, irrespective of anything. So we'll challenge those decisions by the authority to see that they are discriminating. We might use the courts to do that, because we don't just only want to be in this, because sometimes testing powers be, by dragging them to court, and now I think we will see that even in public order, we are planning to take the matter to court and telling it, it's constitutionally already. So we're not only doing this, so we'll get that happening.
Thank you very brother. Thanks for that very good answer.
Yes, thank you. My name is Abdullah Jao.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you. But I just wanted a clarification first from Kila. Yes, I had mentioned something like a nationwide protest, where
yes.
The possibility of trying to acquire a permit.
Yeah.
But first of all, I want to understand, is this justifying that the government is we are wrong by going out without permit? Or what exactly can you emphasize? What do you mean by this nationwide protest where we will need a permit?
Yes. So the law is very clear. The Public Order Act, a permit is only required when you are using a loudspeaker or when you are doing a procession. You understand? That is why, to be on the legal side of things, as we are law-abiding citizens, right, we will apply for a permit in relation to that context of the Public Order Act. Requesting, sorry, order guys, this is a very important question. Can we all listen? Please? So that's the main reason. You only require a permit, right? I'm telling you what's on the book, not how they decide. Only when you're having a procession, meaning people moving from one place to another. And a protest of that magnitude will have a procession, as we've seen in the recent protests. We will also use a mic or a sound system or a speaker or a blow-on, you know, even if it's a military. You understand? So that will require a permit according to the 1950 law that's still here. You know? So, but for the other hand of the PURA, that one we didn't have or need a permit because we were not holding an loudspeaker as you guys were there as witnesses, and we were not doing a procession. That's why that one we did not apply, and this one we will apply. Because remember, we are lawful and we are legal citizens. Thank you. Very important.
If I can please, I think. Next. I think that's a very, very important question which you asked. And thank you so much. You know, we were actually in mile 2, right? Guys, you never on mile 2. So let's get to the cookies. We were in mile 2, we were watching you. So we were actually like really, you know, what you were doing while we were outside. We saw the power of the media. You understand? If you can imagine, people in mile 2, they were all watching you. So now, on that day, it was a protest in the sense that we came to bring a petition, read it out, get it signed, be in one particular place, and submit the petition. So in that sense, it's a protest. And in that sense, we did not need a permit because we are not processing and we were not going to use a loudspeaker. But the plan has always been submit a petition, and then if they don't heed to our demands, then a massive protest would be made. That was always the plan. And we are still sticking to that plan. And we know that with that massive protest, we're going to have a permit. Well, we will request for a permit. We will request, but we know our rights. You see, so I just wanted it to be very clear. And, you know, I know you're asking a difficult question, just so that it will be clear for those guys. And that's why we appreciate you.
Thank you for the important. Thank you so much to the Gambian media. You know, I see future. My bosses are saying that there's 3 more questions, but before I dictate, how many more people want to ask a question? From the media first.